A strapping...
It is good to have you here, Mr. Morton. Now, as per your request, I have appointed one of the crew to the position of steward. I'd like you to meet Mr. Davin Rensburg. Perhaps you have noticed some of his work today?
Yes, I regret that I have.
Mr. Rensburg? Care to explain?
Apparently, Mr. Morton wasn't pleased with my service during luncheon today.
That shameful display you call service resulted in a ghastly meal for my niece and I.
Oh, but Mr. Morton, you shouldn't blame the boy for the cook's bad taste. You know, Mr. Robertin, he is,
I don't know your cook, Cornelius. But a steward like the boy here should be able to do his job while blending in with the background.
Oh, but Mr. Morton, you should meet Undra yourself. I'm sure you would like...
Steward! Really, I thought I made myself quite clear just now. Blend in.
Right. Rensburg, please fetch us some tea with a soothing splash of brandy. I keep a flask of eau de vie in the cupboard behind the stairs. Darjeeling with a drop of liquor should surely lighten the mood somewhat. My apologies. It really is all very new to him. Now, what is it that you'd like to talk to me about, Louis?
Nothing in particular. I just wanted to check on you, see if you needed any help or perhaps moral support. I mean, with our dear Mr. Brunswick injured by that crazy cabin boy, you must be quite shocked.
Oh, I am. Thank God Rupert is still alive.
But for how long? Do you know if we can do without his skills?
Rupert has been a dear friend for many years. I know we can't lose him. I can't lose him.
We have a long journey ahead of us, Cornelius, and I am afraid his condition is deteriorating. Will we make it to the colony in time, without his proper guidance?
Well, we're lucky that Rupert left his notes. They were enough to determine our course for the moment. If not for that, we would be hopelessly adrift.
Now, this would be the right time to take a sip of that brandy tea you promised me.
Oh, good God! Rensburg! Where are you, boy?
I'm so sorry, I couldn't find the brandy. Here's the tea.
Well, it's about time.
Try to be a little faster, Rensburg, please. Now, get yourself to bed. I expect you to bring me my breakfast in the morning.
The paper stand on the captain's desk was filled with letters stamped with a Protectorate seal. Cornelius Hendricks seemed to be an important man.
Devon! Oh, Devon, thank God you are still awake. Everybody is calling me a fool, but you'll believe me, right?
I'm sorry, Rob. I'm just too tired for another one of your stories. Can we talk about this another day?
No! Devon! You have to help me! She's back again! I've heard her song, trying to snare me in the darkness. The she-devil wants my soul!
Rob, really, enough now. Ghosts and sirens don't exist. So could you please just drop it?
You don't believe me? Officer Ludlow heard her too, you know. She's on the 'tween deck right now. If you want, you can take a look and see for yourself.
The capstan is a rotating device that is used to apply force to ropes, cables, and hawsers. The Herald's figurehead had impressed me when I first saw it, but standing on deck, I sometimes forgot that it was even there. It looked like somebody had been reading poetry by Elizabeth Barrett Browning. I only knew of The Cry of the Children, which was stirring up politics when I left the capital. We sailors had to sleep on a hard mat inside our bunk, and we ate our meals sitting on hard wooden benches, yet there were so many cushions in the saloon that no one used. There was a painting of a lawyer on the wall. The captain once told me it held an honorary place aboard his ship for very personal reasons. The image depicted a quite handsome man holding a scroll. The painting depicted a man reading from a religious book, probably Jewish. The painting of the zoologist with the sloth always amused me when I walked past it.
first vow is to never bow for the hurt and pain which cannot break me. Fire and flame, thunderstorm or rain, it is not enough to change my views.
I'm afraid you are disturbing the peace of night.
I'm so sorry. This piano is horribly tuned. You must have thought there was a cat drowning down here. Oh, it's you! We haven't been properly introduced yet. I'm Tabitha Vesey. Nice to meet you. Devon Rensburg, was it?
Yes, Devon Rensburg, steward on the Herald. Nice to meet you, Lady Tabitha.
I've heard all about your heroic actions with the insane boy. That was very brave of you, Devon.
In the heat of the moment, I realized that I had to take action. The safety of our crew and passengers was at stake.
I am sure you did everything you could to protect us from harm. For that, we owe you our deepest gratitude. What was that?
Well, some people think this ship is haunted. Perhaps you awoke the evil spirits with your music.
Strange. When my uncle left for tea with the captain, I could swear I heard a howl of some sort. I figured it was the wind going through the piano, since the cover was partially open when I got here.
You seem distressed. Would it calm you if I took a look between the furniture?
No, please, stay here. I like your company. Quite a lot more than my Uncle Lewis's. Don't get me wrong, but being around him the entire day can be pretty frustrating. He's so imperious and self-indulgent. It drives me mad. I'm sorry, Devon. I just wish I could be self-indulgent too. At least sometimes.
The world isn't fair, is it?
I guess not. No use complaining about it. It's not really fair of me to blame it all on my uncle. We're all going through some rough patches right now. My family, that is. But I shan't bother you with my troubles. Sleep well, Devon Rensburg, and thank you for your company.
The door to the cargo hold had been locked shut when we left the cap.
And? Did you find the siren?
You wouldn't believe what I saw. She was real, Rob. Her ghastly stare struck deep into my very soul, and as she beckoned me to come closer, I tried to resist her call, but her sweet embrace, her supple form, oh, and that bosom!
Devon, just stop! Stop making a fool out of me! You didn't touch her. That's impossible.
I'm just playing along with your fantasy. I thought it was a game.
Excuse me, Devon, but that is not my kind of fantasy. You can keep it. Now, good night.
Sometimes people get drunk and rowdy, or they just turn out to be criminals. The place on the Herald where these individuals were kept was called the Brig. It was getting late, so I called it a night.
Psst! Devon! Devon, wake up! You are the only one I can trust with this!
What are you talking about? It's night, Ludlow. Let me go back to sleep, please.
You need to come with me right now. I wouldn't wake you up if it wasn't important.
I'm not going, Ludlow. Find someone else. I need my sleep.
No, it's not like that. I can't tell this to anyone else. You need to come with me, Devon. It's an order. I'll explain in Caleb's workshop. Listen to me, Devon. There is something in the galley. Something that's not supposed to be there.
When are you going to stop sneaking around at night, Ludlow? If people catch you stealing from the galley, you'll get in serious trouble.
It wasn't like that, Devon. I wasn't even planning to go there. I was turning the winch when I heard this faint wailing sound coming from the grate next to it. I had decided it was probably the wind when I suddenly heard it again while I was inspecting the bilge pump. But this time, I saw something walk across the 'tween deck too.
Seriously? I thought you weren't impressed by those ghost stories.
Devon, I went down there and saw something going into the galley. Sailors aren't supposed to go in there at night, myself included. I woke you up because, as a steward, you are allowed inside. You can go in without getting either of us in trouble. So let's go.
It was too dark to see anything. I needed a lantern.
And? Did you find anything?
It's hideous. 5 meters long and a mouth like a shark.
Don't test me, Devon. I'm not Rob. What did you find?
Nothing, just darkness. Let's go back to bed.
There's a spare lantern in the crew's quarters, but you might need to refill its oil supply.
There was a lamp in the crew's quarters. I just needed some oil to refill it. You could expect to... There was an oil tin in the drawer. I used it to refill the lamp. The cupboard was a mess. Someone had rummaged through it quite recently and left a trail of crumbs. An entire drawer was... The crumbs led out of the galley onto the gun deck. The crumbs led out... A particularly... Oh my! Ludlow, look at that!
It's a little girl. But who is she? And what is she doing here? Do you think we should wake her up?
She looks so peaceful. But we need to know who she is. Let's wake her up.
No, please, don't wake her. She's only just fallen asleep.
Huh? Lady Tabitha? Excuse me, miss, but do you by chance know this girl?
No, I don't, but... well, maybe I do. A little. It was a few nights back. I was stretching my legs when I found her hiding underneath the piano. She was sobbing and I tried to comfort her, but I couldn't really figure out how she got here.
Why not?
Because she doesn't say a word. She's been silent for as long as I've been with her. She likes music. That is all I know.
You knew and you didn't tell me? You lied to me.
Yes, and I'm sorry that I did. I wasn't sure it was a good idea to tell anyone about her. I didn't want to stir something up, not after what had happened with the cabin boy.
You were right not to trust anyone. In my experience, the Protectorate handles stowaways quite harshly. Corporal punishment has only recently been banned for petty crimes, but trespassing, that is still a capital offense.
But they wouldn't beat a girl, would they?
I've seen it happen with boys. Why are girls any different?
Punishment or not, if my uncle found out there was a stowaway on board, it would disgrace the captain. I don't want to be responsible for that.
I still think it is best to warn the captain, though. If I make sure to catch him alone, nobody but him will know. The girl can't stay here. Not in that box.
Devon, trust me. You don't want to bother the captain with this. There must be another solution.
I am responsible, Ludlow. When something goes wrong, he will look at me this time. You remember what he said, don't you? The captain of the Herald needs to know everything.
Fine, but not right now. It's 3 in the morning, trust me. You don't want to wake him up. I'll take the girl to my cabin and we'll discuss a solution first thing in the morning.
The girl doesn't know it yet, but I think she's extremely lucky to have met you. Good night, Officer Ludlow. See you at breakfast, Devon.
Aye.
What are you doing?
Just give me 5 minutes, Undra. I'll be right there.
Danielle, you know it's your job to collect the eggs from the coops.
I'm on my way already. Just...
How do you expect me to serve breakfast like this? By the time you are finished, it'll be time for luncheon.
Scarumba!
What?
Stop bossing me around. Let someone else do it for once, okay?
Devon, stop staring and get to the kitchen right now.